Welcome, seekers of the unknown, as we pull back the veil between the living and beyond. Unraveling questions that plague our minds, and oftentimes presenting the evidence that may prove them true. Let us take you on a journey where paranormal becomes normal, and where what is right behind you just might be echoes of the afterlife or something more. But fair warning, once you step into the supernatural with us, you might just stay haunted.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stay Haunted. Happy Monday.
Hello. Welcome. Hello. That has the little Miss Doubtfire tone to it. Hello. With a little lemon meringue pie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was lemon meringue, right? Yeah. Lemon meringue pie.
Don't know.
So, hello to everybody in chat. Melissa, Mary Beth, Mr. Everett. Thank you as always for being here.
Oh, you guys rock.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging every Monday night with us.
Even when the show sucks.
Doesn't suck. It just
Sheboygan.
I wasn't on for Sheboygan.
Sheboygan, yeah, she was on the letter for Sheboygan.
You notice she didn't watch it either.
Nope.
Very.
You have
just
to
watch
at least
our
once.
facial expressions.
Just
Right.
once.
I watched clips of it, and that was bad enough.
Sheboygan.
Painful enough.
That did it for me.
He said no Sheboygan.
Oh, Sheboygans.
So hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend, and Mother Nature's being a little finicky. Warm, cold, warm again, rain.
I know. It's been all over the place.
We had. Did you guys get down to freezing?
No.
We had frost warning again this morning, and we may have a frost or freeze warning again next week. So
Yeah. Us too. It was on the news.
but
April and May are very tricky.
very finicky.
Yes, they are. That's all right. Better than January.
That's right. In January and December.
December's not bad.
One in North Carolina. That's nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
One of the air
home
conditioners.
stomping grounds.
Oh, yeah.
So
You guys
tell. All right, we'll tell first.
You tell
Yeah.
first.
You guys go.
So Friday, I don't think we did anything. Friday was a down day, right?
Yeah, I
Or
did
did we
laundry.
do?
No, I did laundry.
You did laundry. Friday was laundry day. Saturday was a relaxed day also. Saturday,
It rained.
I think, yeah. Did
Yeah,
Saturday
it
rain?
rained.
I
It
think.
rained
I think
Saturday.
it rained Saturday.
Did hear. Yeah.
Briefly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Saturday evening, she was like, well, let's watch something. Let's watch a movie or something. So she's been asking me to watch Hamilton, the musical. So I was like, all right. I broke down. I was in the right frame of mind. It was actually very good. So we watched that Saturday night.
And I have a new one. Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called? It's on Netflix also. She dies, but she doesn't know she's dead. It's a movie.
Oh, with Mark Ruffalo.
Yes, sure.
Yep.
Cute
She's
one.
like, what are you doing here in the
Yeah,
promo?
in the
What are you
promo.
doing here? I live here.
So that's a new movie we have to watch.
I think
Yeah.
I watched and
You
slept
watched
through
it.
that with you.
Yeah. We took a nap, and watched it.
Yeah.
He watched it with me.
At
Nice.
least he watched it with you. At least he was there.
He was present.
He was present. That's right. That is true.
And what did we do Sunday?
We had a christening.
Aw, Chris.
Blooming Grove Inn, but we did not feel any ghost-like things.
No.
Stephen,
We had spirits, but we didn't
we
sense
didn't
the spirits.
sense the spirits.
You had spirits of the liquid kind.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, but a freaky thing happened. We were in church. Now, Steve's sister passed away. Her name was Christine. So Lucy and Steve, this is now their third baby. Her name is Caroline. So the priest doesn't know anything about anybody. He just looked
Right.
at the baby and he said, okay, Christine Joanne. Now, Christine is Steve's sister. Joanne is his mom. Now,
Huh?
where he pulled that name out of,
Right.
nobody knows. Like, he doesn't know his sister because she passed away. So,
Right.
and we all just kind of looked like, okay, do we make, like, what do we do? And he's like, well, that's not right, right? And then Lucy's like, no, it's Caroline. I mean, yeah, Caroline. That was really weird. Why would he say that? I'm like, well, she was with you.
You were there.
She was there watching.
They're going, hello.
And Lucy's like, did you see her? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I randomly see things. I don't know. Mm-mm. But it was really weird. That was really weird.
Very, very weird.
So on the topic of weird,
Mm.
so last night, I'm not a,
Hey.
when I dream,
It's a personal thing. We're supposed to keep that to
What's that?
ourselves.
Speaking of last night,
anyhow,
Thank you for laughing.
so I
Rose there for a second.
I fell asleep.
Mhm.
And
Oh, sleep.
you get in that twilight. I'm not a big dreamer, or well, at least I don't have a tendency to remember dreams. So last night I don't know what the heck it was. I think I don't know if I heard a noise in the hallway or something. Anywho, I started to wake up, and then I was kind of like, you're like half awake, half asleep in that kind of that tethered zone, so to speak. And when I open my eyes straight up, I'm looking at the ceiling. I see all these little dots, and I want to say they were like black or purplish in color, and they're spinning in a spiral. Now, dead center of said spiraling, said
Okay.
earlier today, but I hadn't had a
drinking?
drink. Yeah, I only had 2 dirty martinis earlier in the day, but that's not enough to put me on be dreaming that kind of crap. So
Oh, but you slept when you got home.
I know
though.
I did take a 3-hour
So
power
I
nap.
believe that they did something to you.
Yeah, well, I was power napping. So
3 hours.
in the spiraling circles, I see all these random just symbols. They're just rapidly flashing through. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe I'm just like dreaming or like, I don't know. So I close my eyes, and then I'm like, all right, let me open my eyes again. And it's still there. I'm like, all right, that's weird. Close my eyes again. Open them a third time. Sure enough, there's different kind of symbols and this little dots spiraling. So I was like, that's interesting.
So I said, welcome to my world.
And what did you tell me?
What?
You said, oh, I've seen shit up on the ceiling.
I always see shit on the ceiling. Always. But I go, oh, come on. I just want to sleep 5 minutes. And then I turn
What you
around.
need to do when that happens, keep a recorder next to the bed.
I know.
Mm.
And when you wake up and if something like that's happening, kick that digital recorder on and let it play and see what you captured.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
want
just
to.
like Carmela.
hey, ask some questions.
I see that though. I see that sometimes.
It's really weird you say that.
Why?
Because our weekend,
Exactly.
well, we did our normal Friday night tequilas, right? We went and had
Had
a
tequila.
couple margaritas.
Yeah.
What did we get after that? Came back here?
That's my mom's. Remember I said it was a patio?
Oh, that's right. We went to her parents' house and sat with her mom and her aunt for a little while. And then Saturday, we were going to go check out Mortuary Manor, but I decided not to go.
Right.
And we ran some errands, went and grabbed some dinner, and then we just got a wild hair up our butt. And I said, I don't want to go sit in the damn house. Let's just go for a drive and check out shit we haven't checked out. So we went down River Road and we started going down. They've got what's called Metro Parks.
Okay.
Right. And the Metro Park, it's basically a park where you can park and get down to the river. Like you can go fishing and stuff like that. So we drove all along River Road, which is right next to the Maumee River, and checked out a few of those Metro Parks. And we were literally standing on the edge of the water. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
And then Sunday.
Well, we checked out a new graveyard too.
Oh, yeah. We checked out, you say it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Otsego.
Otsego.
Seagull.
Seago.
It's another one. It's a smaller version of the Tintagony Cemetery down off a river road, but they're still burying there today. So
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
Oh, no. He didn't see the shuttle.
TJ didn't see the rocket.
Oh no. Sorry.
you're not looking hard enough when you pee. So we did that, and then Sunday we didn't do jack shit.
Oh, our couch potatoes.
We
literally.
barely got off the couch on Sunday. But what's funny is Saturday night. Has anybody ever heard of Willie's Remedy?
No.
Willie's Remedy is a drink made by Willie Nelson.
Oh.
Oh.
Guess what it's made from?
Yes. It's made with CBD
Not
and hemp.
alcohol.
Oh.
So I'm trying to cut back on my alcohol, but the problem is with Chris's severe RA, I can't get to sleep if I
Right.
don't have a drink before I go to bed.
Right.
Well, Saturday night I decided to not have a drink, and I got an orange juice and I got a little bit of Willie's Remedy. Well, not a little bit, more than I should have probably. And I drank that before I went to bed.
Right.
What's interesting is I didn't sleep any better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the Willie's Remedy or the fact that I drank 2 bottles of water, 3 Gatorades, and the
Then you
Willie
had to pee 100 times.
Oh yeah, I peed 100 times, but
Yeah.
and it didn't help me sleep. It didn't help with the pain at all. But what was really weird is I think it might have spiked my sensitivity a little bit
Oh.
because while I was laying there, I was hearing voices,
Oh, God.
and I wasn't asleep.
Were they giving you the lottery numbers?
No, they never
Unfortunately.
fucking give the
I
lottery
wish they
numbers.
would. If you're
Okay.
listening,
Just
give us
one time. Just one time. It's not asking too much.
no.
Well, the thing is the spirits can't see the future. So if they're giving me numbers, they're giving me old ones anyway. So it doesn't
Right.
they're probably going, these 6 numbers or these 5 numbers won 3 months ago. Try it.
Try it. See what happens.
It was
Try it
really
again.
it was really weird because it happened 3 or 4 times.
Hmm.
And I mean, literally, guys, with my blood thinners, my aspirin that I take for my heart condition, my water pills that I take for my heart condition, if I drink a half a bottle of water, I pee 3 bottles of water. So with all that stuff I drank before I went to bed, I was up probably every 20 to 45 minutes.
Oof.
And it wasn't just, it's not like the old man, I feel like I got to pee, but I don't. No, man, I'm talking, I standing there peeing for 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
It was like I drank 8 gallons of beer before I went to bed.
Right?
But every time I would lay down, I would lay there, try to go back to sleep. And I would literally hear a female voice saying something over and over and over again.
What was she saying?
Was it clear or just you couldn't hear it, couldn't make it out?
I couldn't make it out.
Hmm.
But I heard it 4 or 5 times when I'd go lay back down again.
Was it a
Saturday.
recognizable voice?
Well, we won't be taking that.
No.
I won't be taking
Yeah, we won't be. She
You
won't
guys,
be. Yeah,
I won't.
I may try it, but she won't. Willie's Remedy.
Really?
So I'm curious if next time we go on a paranormal investigation, if I do just a small shot of it, what would
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah, yeah. Interesting experiment. Let's experiment.
Okay.
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 Hey there, Mondo. Thank you for tuning
Mondo
in.
and Jenny, or one of the two.
That's Mondo, Mister. It's
Mondo.
Mister.
Oh, the
Mondo,
mystery.
Mondo,
Sorry.
Mondo. Thanks for tuning in, Mondo.
We went for a walk today and into the bathroom talking about peeing. A woman got into the stall next to me and she was peeing forever. I thought to myself, like, she was walking from her car. Like, how does she hold that?
Was she standing?
It's like sitting next to her. I'm like, wow. That was fun. And I wasn't
I looked under the stall and all I saw was 2 feet. They were standing.
Don't say that. I purposely thought to myself, I hope she doesn't follow me. I hope she doesn't follow me. She did, but she was too busy peeing, so I ran out.
Yeah.
But I was amazed. She just kept
That's funny.
amazing. Sorry.
Funny.
So tonight we don't have a guest. Our guest unfortunately rescheduled, but that's okay because we got plenty of shit to talk to you guys about. So tonight what we're going to talk about is our favorite equipment that we like to use on investigations. And what we're going to do is we'll let Todd and Carmela go first and list what they use. And then Audra and I will list what we use and talk about how we investigate. And then we'll show you some clips and talk about how each piece of those equipment of that equipment that we've used on those investigations tells you what we, I shouldn't say it tells you, what we utilize it for and what we consider paranormal when that equipment works.
Got it.
You guys go first.
So, shall I go first?
Well,
Or do you
you're
wanna go
ready to
first?
go.
No, you go first.
You're ready to go.
Well, if you can't guess,
Dead bell.
that was me. Good timing and relevance there,
So
Audra.
just put it on. See if everything works.
So I'm going to turn it on. And we'll
Todd
see
stole that off the desk to the no-tell motel.
there. All right, so she's live. We're going to set it off to the side, right? We're going to put my phone away from it, so there's nothing really kind of close. I mean, the laptop is close, but
Give it
So-
to
I don't
me
know how much.
now.
Tell them how the dead bell works.
So the dead bell is technically it's an EMF sensor. It does have a little, it can be triggered one of two ways. So the first is physical touch. And then the second, physical touch. The second is by EMF. So internal, there's an internal board, rechargeable battery. On the front, there is a little knob that you can see there that has a sensor adjustment on it. I will turn it all up right now. There you go. So that's pretty much all the way up, right? So when it's up like that, you know it's the sensitivities, it's going to pick up a lot. How we typically use it on investigations, turn it on, and then we keep it at the lowest setting possible because we're trying to minimize any interference or false positives when it does trigger, whether it's by physical touch or through EMF, obviously. And I guess the past 3 years now, I think we've been using it, right? We've had nothing but really good
Timing and relevance.
timing and relevant responses during investigations. I have tested it to try and with walkie-talkies because with REM pods can be triggered by the radio frequencies. When a REM pod is on through walkie-talkies, between back and forth, it'll trigger, you get a false positive. I have done it here and did it on video, and when I had them going and tried to use it just like a regular, communication back and forth, did not trigger. And literally having the walkie-talkie right next to it. The only thing I haven't done yet is get a magnet to try and see if a magnet could potentially
We can try
trigger
it
it.
now.
So I don't know. I don't know if we have a magnet.
We
Strong
have
enough
them
one.
here. Oh, I don't know. We have the one from the refrigerator.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be a pretty, I would like to use a sizable magnet. So,
Let me get it anyway.
but, so yeah, so we over the past couple of years, I think we've talked about it before. Our first time that we used it at Peachfield Plantation, which is a local location close to us. Literally the first time we used it, it went off. We had good timing, relevant communication.
It's not really large, but
It's not a very large magnet, but so
ding ding ding.
no, stop.
So that's
I don't know whether or not
Oh, it was a
it
ding because I'm funny.
yeah. So when I held it to the sensor on the front. So that triggered it when I held the magnet to the metal
the adjuster.
the adjuster, the sensitivity knob.
Yeah.
The knob. Now
Which
when
would
I'm
make
holding it-
sense because an EMF detector is an electromagnetic frequency.
right. So when I anywhere else on it? Nope. Front, yep, by the knob. So ding ding ding. Now, mind you, we do not have anybody standing there in front, obviously, with a magnet during an investigation.
You don't normally
So,
bring magnets. with
Yeah,
you.
we normally do that. So, but in
I wonder,
Peachfield,
would this set it off?
I don't know. Is that a magnet? Let's find out. There
Yeah.
you go.
So this charger that sticks the magnet to my phone made it go off. Oh,
There you go.
Just don't stick your phone.
Just don't. Yeah. Well, yeah, it does know, but
That's
look at
fine.
that.
There you go.
But I wonder.
There you go. And
now
I've been
we
wanting to do
know.
that, and now any little, so we know. Now, there's the metal on the front. I wonder if, so there is, when it came, there was a plastic knob, and I don't know where the heck the plastic knob, because it came off, and I got tired of just it falling
Oh, I
off all the
wonder if
time.
that would
So
make
I
it
wonder if that would prevent
Oh, yeah.
it going off. You
Shouldn't.
know? Shouldn't, right? I wouldn't
Shouldn't.
think. But,
No.
So. But
Interesting.
I did do a home study. I did a double phasma box session with the dead bell,
That wasn't the magnet.
and that wasn't the magnet. The
Magnet's over
magnet's about three to 4 feet that side of the table.
So now you just brought up another piece of equipment you use.
Yep. When I was doing a session at the table, and I actually got, because I was always curious when we use it, because it is physical touch, but it obviously also has the EMF. Obviously, in a dark location, I'm not there with my face right up next to it with a camera looking to see if it's being physically touched or triggered by EMF. So at the dining room table where we're at now, where we sit for the show, had the camera on it, and it zoomed in. And the one time, there was 2 separate occasions. One, it was EMF that I got responses through the phasma box, and then actually saw the plunger move one time.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty cool. So
Now, Phasma box. You just touched on that one. That is one that you guys use. How does that work?
You have to say that because I'm not prepared.
I'm not prepared.
So the Phasma box is
It's upstairs.
it's a Windows-based program, right?
Uh-huh.
It's through Extreme Senses. I think it was 1999 or whatever. It might have gone up now. I think last time
Then it
I
was
think it's like
1999.
24. They may have jumped the price a few dollars or whatever, but it's a window-based program. Same thing. It's got uses sound banks, word banks, and it's basically runs the program. Whenever we use it, it's on a tablet, and we don't use any internet connection. There's no radio per se connection. It's just the software that we run. And so we have both options, the Phasma box, plain Phasma box, and then what we primarily use is the Odium. The Odium has, has a word bank display and a picture that will,
The other one
display
doesn't have either.
words.
It has the words, but doesn't have the picture.
No, it doesn't do words. It's just
Yeah.
it's just that background noise. So with the Odium, the original Odium, you will just hear voices that come through. You can,
But that's why I listen to it, because I
Right.
like to hear the conversations in the back. I feel like I get more. I mean, you get a word here and there, you go, oh yeah, that
Right,
makes
right.
sense. But if you listen to what they're saying in the background, it's conversations.
right. And that background voices that come through are phonetics from the sound banks. Timing and relevance.
You're right. Bingo.
So there you go. That's, Spirit kind of confirming that aspect of how the Phasma box works.
See, I don't pay attention to any of that. I just know I like it and I use it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Other than
Does it give you something to focus on?
I guess.
To not be willing?
I'm not like that
I know,
anymore.
I
I'm
know.
still
I was
not
just-
like that anymore. Like
I
I
was
was
just
in a
asking.
room by myself, like, all right, whatever, I'll be by myself in here. But I won't go into a basement by myself.
I just had to ask.
I'm not like that anymore. But yes, it did at that point. I could concentrate and read it and try and
Right.
block out everything around me.
So
okay, so other than digital recorders and a camera, what other type of equipment do you use all the time?
You have your camera. You use your tripwire.
we do have the tripwire,
Which is an EMF.
which is EMF.
Right.
Tripwire. And
Which everybody uses.
whichever,
now.
you see it on a lot of teams use it. And it's good because you can get it each each little sensor along the tripwire is its own EMF detector. So you could have one that trips, when it's when it when an energy field spikes, the EMF, or we've gotten multiple sensors light up, and sometimes it's one or two colors, and then you can get the rainbow of color effect. Hey, Raul, how are you?
I know. And
Raul.
Oh,
yeah.
the cat balls. People poop.
No, I've seen lots of cats walk by and their balls aren't doing that.
they're not doing that. I don't really know if they play with them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do cats play with the cat balls?
I don't know. We don't have a cat anymore.
And if I roll that in front of Lacey, she would look at me like
would probably that or chew on it, one or the other. So. And then we have a static dome, which is a static electricity.
And it rarely goes on. So if it does go on, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
That's
and
all I can tell you it does.
Well, it's just it's a measure of if there's a buildup of static energy at any one particular, because if you see, for those that aren't familiar with it, those little clear glass domes, right? There's little lights, they light up different colors. So when it does illuminate, there you go. Sorry. I'm Polish, didn't think to light it up, turn it on. So at the top, but usually it will.
Normally it goes around.
Usually once it triggers, or it'll calibrate itself in the beginning. I don't know if it will now. Oh, there you go. See, starting to calibrate, right? So it goes around. So now it's calibrated. And when you set it, then it will start to, if there's a static electricity, in this case, I don't know if it's
something lighting up.
Still, because I was holding it, so it should be good now. It may have recensored itself because I was moving it around. So,
but Mary Beth confirmed her cats don't play with the ball.
No,
her cats don't play with the ball. My God.
So we've had a couple good experiences with the static dome. Recently, I think it was at the was it Copenhagen or the Taylor
Copenhagen,
right?
Upstairs.
Yeah, Copenhagen. It was in Freehold, Revolutionary War, all kinds of soldiers, and it was we got some, asked when it did illuminate in front of, there was a soldier's uniform, I believe, and it started to go around, and we asked, all right, if you're there, can you
can you move it? Can you light it up?
Walk around it and show us where exactly you are in reference to in the room to that device. And then it proceeded to walk itself around. So
Todd brings up a very good point. It doesn't matter what type of equipment you use. You have to indicate to, okay, we don't call them spirits, we don't call them ghosts. It's just people with other meat suit, right? You have to indicate to the person that is no longer physically in the room, in order to communicate every piece of equipment you use, you have to indicate what equals what. You'll see it a lot where people, hey, can you get near that thing over there? And then they start asking questions and, hey, it lit up. That's a yes. How do you know?
Did we establish
that? So when you're using stuff like, well, the dead bell's a different one, but like a REM pod or a static one, like Todd said, hey, can you show us where you're at? Can you get near that device and show us where you're at? You're indicating, hey, if you get near it on one side, you're showing me where you're at, right? When people use a REM pod, people will assume automatically, oh, they lit it up. That's a yes. Well, did you explain to them that lighting it up is a yes? Not lighting up is a no? Right. Lighting it up is a no. Not lighting it up is a yes. Lighting it up twice is a yes. So make sure when you're investigating any type of equipment that you're using, that it is a call and response type of equipment. So like call and response is like a REM pod, maybe a dead bell. Dead bell's a call and response kind of.
So actually, the dead bell. We were at Wilson Castle with Jamie from Jotnick's Paranormal, and in the Colonel's parlor, we had two dead bells, my dead bell and Jamie's. And we designated, all right, spirit, if you can see your energy, whoever's here, this one, Jamie's would be yes, mine would be no. And his wasn't going off the whole damn night until about 3 o'clock in the morning. And we were starting to get responses, and we had the Phasma box, and we had the spirit talker.
Right.
There you go.
They were there.
They were there. And we were getting yes, no responses in correlation to that. So we always try and use that thought process, like you talked about, Chris, of, hey, giving them an option of, the energy, whatever's communicating with us, to, hey, this one over here, you can use this for this yes response, this one for a no response, right? And just not that, whether it's a dead bell, tripwire, static dome.
Right. And what are you trying to establish, right? We're trying to establish timing, relevance, and intelligence.
Mhm.
Right? So like with the Phasma box, timing and relevance, did this word that came out of the Phasma box relate to the question that I just asked? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it an intelligent response? It's like, hey, what did you like in real life? And if you get peanut butter, is that timing, relevance, and intelligence? Maybe.
Probably.
If you follow up with a question like, did you like peanut butter sandwiches? Yes. Then you get a yes response. That's timing, relevance, and intelligence, right? But if you just get peanut butter, that doesn't necessarily mean it's paranormal. It might just been a word that come out of the word bank and popped up, right?
Yeah.
Well, my name has come up through the Phasm box 3 times. My name is not in any word bank.
At least you wouldn't think of it spelled that way with 2 L's. Carmela with C,
2 L's.
2 L's.
I beg to differ. It's in Todd's word bank.
You don't call me Carmela, though.
Yeah, I call her Car. I don't call her Carmela. I never.
Interesting.
Very,
So
very.
when that pops up,
Yeah,
I think,
very
oh, God.
rarely do I call her
Timing and
Carmela.
relevance. It's got to be somebody I know.
I'm like, hey, Car. That's
Right.
that's how I.
Well,
call
you bring up a good point. Anytime you're in an investigation, if you hear the word, like I'm in an investigation and we get an EVP, this is all good. Well, hello, it's obvious, right? Or one like Audra, which is not a common name. You can tell it's not a common name because Starbucks fucks it up all the time. And even when she spells it for him.
Right? I know, it doesn't matter.
A-D-R-A. A-D-R-A. I'm like, close.
Oh.
I didn't know if you.
Close enough. I'll take it.
That's Scott, right?
Yeah.
What?
Right. So he's talking about baseline, and yeah, we usually do go through and do a baseline reading. I also have the Mel meter, and I'll go through and do milligal readings and stuff like that. Through a temperature, we'll do a base temperature reading. We'll do milligal.
Well, he's got a good point because your tripwire is based off of EMF. The dead bell technically has an EMF detector in it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of Carmela and Audra's favorite piece of equipment is an EMF detector, right? EMF detector is that one that spikes from, yellow to all the way up to red, right? Or green all the way up to red.
Yeah.
You can get call and response, intelligent responses with that when you determine what yes and no is, right?
Yep.
But an EMF detector will also pick up a breaker box.
Right.
It'll also pick up hidden electrical lines on the wall. So Scott brings up a good point. If you're ever doing an investigation with an EMF detector of some sort and you keep getting a response, the best thing to do is try and debunk and see if
Where
there's
it's at.
anything around causing it.
So is this a good point to maybe bring up? And since Alini, hi Alini, thanks for tuning in. So Alini is a psychic medium. We've met her at a couple of investigations. We've actually gone. Actually, I believe the Covenhoven and Taylor Butler, we have a couple of clips that we're going to share from investigations, and it's good because it's not only just me asking questions and Carmela asking questions, getting timing and relevant responses. I believe one of the clips is Alini, and then actually the Dosset, Thomas, who was with us, he actually got a good response, timing and relevance. Actually through Spirit Talker app, a word came through.
Yep.
So.
Well, and then we'll get to the clips and we'll talk in each clip about what the equipment was, the timing and the relevance. What Audra and I use, we're very old school. Audra uses an EMF detector and her video on her phone.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Chris doesn't use shit.
Yeah.
We'll lay recorders around.
Can I finish?
Oh, nope. Sorry.
What I do is I pre-walk whatever location that we're at, and anywhere that I'm sensing energy or feeling something that just doesn't feel like the normal of the location, That's where I drop equipment. I'll drop a camera. I'll drop a digital recorder. Sometimes I'll drop both in that location. Depends on the energy I'm picking up and what I'm feeling. And then the rest of the night, I just walk around and investigate with everybody else. But the best part is some
There you go.
the person speaking through the dead bell was there.
And I was getting ready to ask the question about your red buckets. Do you still have your red buckets?
I still have my red buckets. So for those
Technically not equipment, but
for those of you watching that don't know what the hell Chris's red buckets are, I will give you a prime example. Anybody that's ever investigated Trans-Allegheny, thing is 200,000 square feet. It's 4 floors, 8 or 9 wings off those 4 floors,
Yep.
and pitch black. It's dark. Okay. Now your camera's black, your digital recorder's black. If I were to walk around and place these things in that location and then go back at 3:30 in the morning when it's still pitch black and try and find my shit, it's not happening.
a little different.
Right. So I bought this giant beer pong set with red plastic plates off of Amazon. And what I do whenever I set my equipment down, I set down a red bucket or I set down a red plastic plate. And my equipment sits on top of that. That gives me 2 things. 1, I can find my shit at the end of the night. And 2, if there's anybody else investigating with us and we're ever separated, when they walk by, they see my red bucket, they see my red plate, they know to tag themselves. So if they ever whisper or speak, I'm not thinking that it's an EVP picked up because I couldn't see anybody in the video or on the recorder, right? There's no video on the recorder. And how do I know how many pieces of equipment I sent out? I know how many red buckets and how many plastic plates I have. And I count them before I go collect and go, okay, I have 4 red plates out and 5 red buckets. And that's how I collect my equipment. Laugh if you will.
It works.
Laugh if you will.
Buy it on Amazon.
There you go.
Funny.
There you
You
go.
got the yellow crime scene markers.
Laugh if you will, but I have been on multiple group investigations where all my shit's packed up and I'm ready to leave, and I have to help other people find their shit in the dark.
Yep.
True.
Like trying to like blind mice in the dark, trying to find something.
But you know what? When I find that red bucket, I know it's my shit.
That's it.
Nobody
We've
doesn't.
been there.
We have.
We've investigated Montgomery House. Chris put out his red buckets.
Even in locations that I know very well, I still use it.
Very well. Yep. So
Just kind of correlates, like, did I do 2 recorders and 1 camera?
Right.
I mean, just so you know, I have 3 pieces of equipment that I need to pick up.
Right.
Period.
Well, and if, like I said, if we ever get separated doing an investigation, other people know where my stuff's at.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So I guess you and Audra are have that in common, that you both like
Yes.
love the cruise, right?
Purple one's on the.
Yeah, you got the pretty purple one.
It doesn't work right now.
You don't think?
No, because the last time we used it, it just wouldn't stop. Like it was.
I think it's you.
Well, maybe I set it off. It's all the electricity I have.
That's right.
So do you want to show that one?
Bundle of electricity.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Which,
that's a pretty good one. I don't know which one it is. I forgot what number it was.
so you know what? So here's the problem, y'all. Todd sent me all these videos of the equipment that we use.
I know. I was.
They're all numbered, so I don't know what is what. So let's just go video by video.
Yeah, and then we'll talk.
And then we'll
Then
talk.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So here is or should I share the first one? Let's get the chair out of the way. Let's do that.
Oh yeah, didn't you
So
say this
I'm
was
gonna-
with Elena too?
Uh,
The Taylor Butler one?
yeah, either Copenhagen or
Oh,
yeah, both are with her. Yeah, at Taylor Butler or Copenhagen.
Give me a second while I share this screen. Share audio.
Yes and yes.
All right, here we go.
So this is the Copenhagen, I believe, right? Or is this Taylor? No, this might be
I
Taylor.
don't know.
I think this might be Taylor Butler house.
That's what it said, I think.
Taylor
Yes,
Butler.
Miller House is what it
There you
said.
go. Spirits
Yep.
confirming. Dead bell. This is the second floor. It was used as a schoolroom for little children, and I'll leave it at that. And
Okay.
I know
So
there's something like that.
I want to point something out to everybody. We look for timing, relevance, and intelligence. And there's another way while doing an investigation to do that. Multiple pieces of equipment. So you've got a dead bell, you've got a tripwire, you've got an EMF detector, you've got a millimeter, right?
Yep. And then the little blue light above top of screen kind of there, that's the flux. That's a motion center. Puts out IR.
That's the flux capacitor. It helps you travel through time back to 1955.
Nice.
Exactly. Then we could win the lottery.
Yeah.
What's the one behind the EMF? What's the thing in the middle of the
Is that
tripwire?
your dead bell?
No, that's
No, dead bell's
Oh.
dead bell's over to the right.
This one.
Spirits confirming that.
Was it just like a recorder?
Shit, I don't even know, Chris. That's a good question.
That's a hole in the floor. Ignore that.
I forget what else was out
That's
there.
okay.
Was it
I-
that?
It shows my point.
Yeah,
So
it could have been that.
That's what I mean.
timing, relevance, and intelligence.
It could be this, which is it's a magnetic sensor, basically north pole, south pole magnetic detention.
Oh, okay.
detector. So,
So the point I was trying to make is in this situation here with multiple pieces of equipment, if you can get whoever you're talking to respond on just one, then you have phenomenal timing and relevance with all of this equipment mixed in, right? But then if you could get him to respond and make multiple pieces of equipment go off at different times, want to talk about timing, relevance, and intelligence, that's huge. But let's go ahead and watch the video. Here we go.
So I'm the most recognizable thing in this room is this little bell right here. You can touch that or trigger it and use it to answer any of our questions. We also have lights on the floor there that you can use your energy to try to activate and let us know that you're here, answer yes, no questions. And then there's a little blue light over there, has a green and red light. I believe somebody, when we were talking about doing introductions, somebody maybe triggered it red. There you go. So
Okay.
that's about timing and relevance, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about that. Yep.
Okay, that's the bell. Everyone, do you see that?
So that's the bell going off. So somebody's using their
Here
energy
is the bell. You see that?
to
That
trigger
bell
that device.
dings
So
on its own to validate with questions that we ask. So how do you take what they're validating with the bell?
So we were just talking about the introductions, and then I was talking about, they didn't really care about introductions. It seemed like, because somebody answered
Oh, no.
red on the
The flux.
on the flux, which could be usually we use that the red as a red trigger, the light as a no, and a green as a yes response. So now my question is, Teresa, right? So here's my question, right? And it's all about timing and relevance. So this is my thought process to the question I'm getting ready to ask about why that went red. You said this, right, Tom and Teresa, you said this was used as a classroom, a schoolroom?
Yes.
So there was children up here at one point, and my thought process is it's kids that are being a little feisty. And yeah, like, stop talking, we don't want to listen to you, just let us play with these devices, see?
Yep. See, you hear the bells ringing, everyone? So you're starting to get, wait, what's that to the right in the blue? Is that the flux?
Yeah, that's the flux.
Oh, okay, good. So that is everyone to the right. So,
There you go.
okay, did say,
So
go ahead.
is the bell the most recognizable thing that you see in here, and you feel comfortable using that? Can you tap that for us again? And I know sometimes you're answering even before we finish asking the questions, because we believe that you can read our thoughts and our our consciousness even before we speak our words. So are in the room with us currently, playing some games with us? And now they're probably going to get quiet. They're not going to answer. Yeah, but no, they're going to be, you can, but when I'm asking, like, trying to get a response, they're going to be a little funny and be like, haha, no, we're not going to answer it when you want us. We're going to do it when we want to.
Should I leave out more than one cupcake? Were you giving me a yes? Because I'm feeling you want me to leave out more than one cupcake. I feel there's.
I'm muted. Which seen it new sign language. So there was something happening there. I wanted to know. I wanted to point out. I talked about other equipment reacting when all the other equipment's not.
Right.
That EMF detector was going off when the dead bell wasn't going off.
Right.
But if you looked really close, the tripwire was only that far from it.
Yep.
So in theory, if there was something in that general area just setting off the EMF detector, the tripwire and that bulb of the tripwire should have been going off too.
Yep.
But 6 to 8 inches away, the EMF detector was going off, which meaning something was simply just touching the EMF detector.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was the little kids.
They're playing games.
But
Little
did
fuckers.
you notice? But that's the amazing thing with the whole time with that. I mean, I know it was a long clip, but the amazing pieces of timing and relevance in that clip with I'm asking about to Thomas the docent, and then about even before I finish, ding, and then the kids are just, and then when I asked him to ring it, they didn't ring it. I said, all right, Alini, go ahead and ask him what she asked, and she was going to leave out cupcakes, so she brought cupcakes as kind of like a trigger, and sure enough, she didn't even finish, and they're like, ding.
You get damn well I want a cupcake.
They wanted what do they call what do they call it back in the day? Not to deserve, cupcakes. I don't know if they had cupcakes back then, but
I forget.
1800s.
Of course they had cupcakes.
Wow.
They call them muffins.
Yeah, I guess.
I forget what she said.
She tries to. Alini's funny. Yeah, she
likes to bring them sweets.
She likes to bring them sweet.
Also.
Yeah.
Bribe them.
That's awesome.
Tries to bribe them.
The problem is you have to watch the other paranormal investigators when you bring that kind of shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
She liked to bring them home, dude.
Yeah. She was very nice. We brought a couple home.
Mhm.
So, but yeah. So and the good
the kids didn't eat 'em.
Alini. So she's very knowledgeable. Very she's investigating is relatively new to her, and so that's why it was a good. And you see that in that clip about the explanation. She's asking questions. She was actually doing a live stream, right? So,
Okay.
On I think it was Instagram at the time, and explaining
I don't know who he was talking to.
and stuff like that. So it was a good kind of interaction and exchange of information going on there. And then actually before that, because I always like to try and be proper. Oh, let's do an introduction. And the
They didn't want it.
the whatchamacallit went off. I had mentioned that. So
Said no.
it triggered red. And it's like the kids were like, yeah, no, we don't want to listen to you, old man.
But then we did ask them, do you want a red velvet cupcake? It didn't answer. We said, how about chocolate? It was like, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I
Chocolate,
responded the same way.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know what red velvet is. That sounds gross.
right?
All right, so let's look at the next piece of equipment. Here we go.
Yeah, that's interesting. Chief.
Okay.
So is that Native American? Are you referring to by saying chief?
Lenny Lenape.
Good question. Is that who the chief was? Is his name?
They were the Native Americans.
Native
primary
Americans in
area.
there, right? All right. Yeah, all through this area. Yeah.
Another dead bell confirmation, right?
Right after that, it went off
went
here,
off here.
In correlation to the.
Oh, funny.
That's too funny. So
That's
that
funny.
was so that was a spirit talker.
Right.
Got the word chief. So we're in a historic location. We know, the whole area around here in New Jersey was mostly Lenape Indians, Native Americans. So that's what I'm thinking, Native American. So that's why I asked that question. And then I'm thinking when Tom asked, when he mentions Lenny Lenape, I'm thinking, do you think that's the chief's name? He's like, no, the Indians. I'm not thinking, Pollock, me, not thinking, that's what they're called, Lenny. That's
Back then, yeah.
back then, that's their whole name. That's what they're.
You said Native Americans to somebody from back in the early 1900s. I go, what the hell is a Native American?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So, but that's
Fantastic.
me asking, and you get that timing.
I'm gonna try something really quick. Is there somebody in there with Todd and Carmela watching the videos? If they are, can you ring that bell? Just ring it one time.
Here's my hands.
Fuckers.
Is it?
Don't ring that bell.
Is it the gentleman who's attached to the Masonic Scottish Rite hat? Can you answer, Chris, please? He asked nicely.
And then I called him a fucker. He might not do it.
I swear I heard somebody say that.
All right, we'll go to the next video, see if he rings it. All right, here is the next one. I think these next 4 are us, the Montgomery House.
Montgomery House, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, there she is again.
What?
Are we bothering you, Sarah?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You say it's getting late.
Is that Sarah or is that Mrs. Montgomery getting pissed?
Is it time for bed?
Oh, there's your
Wow, look at that. And that pegged and held red. That's crazy.
So Mrs. Montgomery, are you telling us that you're going to bed and we shouldn't be up here? Is that you telling us that? Light that up again. All the way. Like you did last time.
Can you make it go all the way to red, please?
One?
For the record, it did go all the way to red.
It did.
So what was interesting is timing, relevance, intelligence. We talk about that, but when you're in a location that you know and you're comfortable with and you've investigated multiple times, the funny thing is Sarah rings the dead bell. Mrs. Montgomery always responded on Audra's EMF detector. So that's how, when that EMF detector lit up, that's why I started asking Mrs. Montgomery. So the more you investigate a location, the more familiar they get with you. It's just like
Any other form of communication.
yeah, any other form. You know which ones they like to communicate with. Like Sarah loved the dead bell. I think there's another clip of that.
Yep.
But Mrs. Montgomery, for some reason, loved Audra, loved that EMF detector, and that's how she would respond to questions I asked, or Audra asked,
Or Carmela.
or Todd. But the most significant point is how do you get them to react like that? They trust you.
Yep.
And the other thing about the Montgomery House that I know you are well aware of, and since we were fortunate enough to go visit 2 times and investigate there and meet Miss Montgomery, not much electricity,
No.
Yeah. You can't even use that. Right.
right?
Right.
So you can't even blame.
House- Yeah, it still sits on the original foundation that it was built on in 1830. There's no plumbing, absolutely no plumbing.
So there's no Wi-Fi. Just saying.
There is a little bit of electricity, but it's like one switch and one light in each room. And we've debunked any EMF coming off of that at all. I mean, hell, half the lights don't even work in the damn house. The other
Right.
half I'm afraid to turn on, or I was afraid to turn on.
And then she was hanging out behind Todd.
And then, yeah. And we
And I
got,
didn't even freak him out.
yeah.
Well, and how do they trust you? Intent.
Yeah.
They
That was pretty awesome. That was a pretty awesome moment. And then Chris did his magic work. You know, Carmela's like, oh, I see somebody behind you. Okay, I'm moving.
I'm like, don't move. There's something behind you.
I'm going to take a picture.
All right, I'm going to go.
yeah. She took a picture and it was Mrs. Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the next clip. Here we go.
All the way. Like you did last time.
Can you make it go all the way to red, please? If you want us to go,
Yep.
if you want us to go to let you go to night, we can.
Oops.
All right. That's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing over here. So
And the bell.
Wow. Look at that.
Now, do you want to take this one and I'll take that one and see what happens?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That was crazy. Like that was pegging red.
Is it
Nope.
me?
I'm telling you, because that when you just grabbed it, it just started spiking red. All right, so
See
we
that
switched.
again over here. This is my.
So yeah, that was the second part where I said it went all the way to red. That's Mrs. Montgomery. She was a strong, angry woman. And yes,
just look how dark it is, because that's really how dark it is.
Yeah. It was dark in that
It's
room.
dark.
and yes, to answer that question, your intent.
Yeah.
They know what your intent is. If you go in being an asshole, you're not going to get a response.
No.
Guys, remember, we're talking to humans that no longer have their physical bodies. You come up to me with an asshole attitude, you're getting an asshole attitude right back.
That's right.
Tenfold with me. You come up to me and ask me how I'm doing and start a conversation, I'm responding the same way. That's all it is. You get people that go out and do these investigations, go spirit, ghost. No, how about asking them their name?
Right.
How about talking to them like they're still on this plane of existence with us? They're just not in their physical form.
It's called a conversation. Just saying.
Dead Bell agreed with me. Did you guys hear it?
Yep.
Conversations.
Conversations. Okay, here is the next one.
All the way up to red. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, all the way to the top. I know you're mad at me. We're upstairs. You're trying to go to bed, but light that up for us. All the way. Make the red one go off.
You just did it. You can do it.
Do it again. You get really close to that and start yelling. It'll go to red. Wow. That's a hell of a spike.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Now go back down. No, sir. Okay. Is Sarah moving in to hit the bell? Yeah? Is that you, Sarah? Yeah? Can you light that all the way up? That thing in Carmela's hand, can you light that up? Make all those pretty lights light up. There you go. There you go.
Does she ever touch your leg?
I've been
touched?
hugged on up here, but I don't know who it's from. There she
Well,
is.
there you go.
She like holding on to your leg? Wow.
Is that you, Sarah, by Carmela's leg right there? Light that up again if that's you. Make those pretty lights flash.
You can tug on my leg. It's fine.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good night.
It was a good night.
And that was, it was, and then like she said, I was like flabbergasted when you said, oh, does she ever touch you or hold on to your leg? Chris was like, yeah, something, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, not me. But I don't invite it. I don't like to be touched. So
Oh, neither do I. Just happens.
yeah, no. They're
Okay,
they're
and here
good with
is
me.
one more from that same investigation upstairs. Here we go.
That's it. Just ring the bell.
No, I'm going to shut this off and put it back on.
Can you light it back up?
Yeah, light it back up.
All right, can you use your energy now to go from the bell to make that little green light light up all nice yellow, orange, and red like you did before?
Did you go to sleep?
Now I'll be curious. Yeah, come stand next to her, Audra. Let's see what happens.
All right. Did you like this one better?
A little bit.
There you go.
Oh, maybe.
That's so wild.
That's
you like
crazy.
this one better. Okay.
It's a pretty purple one. Yeah. See?
That
That
is
was a direct
cool.
response.
You like the purple one?
I don't blame you. Mine's kind
If
of
you
not
let-
as fun.
If you like the purple color, can you make it go to red, please?
Light it all the way up.
I know it takes a lot of energy, but you can do it, please.
Or just touch it. Touch it will make it light all the way up.
Yeah.
You're almost there. Keep
Good
going.
job.
Oh, that's crazy.
right? And then it wasn't doing anything until she walked right over here.
Mm-hmm. And yet that one won't do it. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is it broke?
I don't.
Or is this that one super
It's
sensitive?
sensitive, but who? I mean,
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's like the color, then it must be Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Montgomery won't give it a damn.
So that was a perfect example of timing and relevance. There it is, right there.
There it is, the pretty purple one. Is it going on?
So we have a black one that Audra uses. Carmela and Todd's is purple, purplish pink. I don't know what the technical term is. I'm male.
Really?
The funny thing is we couldn't get her to respond on the black one, but Carmela brought hers out and we asked Sarah, do you like this color better? And it lit up. And right there where you can see the two of them coming together, which one do you like better? She kept lighting up the purple one.
And we were like right next.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally
Right, we were next. to
Right.
each other.
2, 3, 4 inches apart at max.
And Audra had the purple one.
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
You had that one.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, we
were
switched.
holding it.
Yeah.
So in theory, with them being that close, they both should have lit up,
Yeah.
Right.
but it was specific to the purple one.
Mhm.
It's a pretty color.
So
Very cool.
I think hopefully that everybody that's in the chat, we gave you a good overview and of a lot of timing and relevance and how we went about asking questions like Chris and Audra talked about and Carmela about just, trying to get them to interact, spirit to interact. And it was Montgomery House was awesome.
It was.
Yeah. Never disappoints.
Never. It was a fantastic location.
Yeah.
That is probably the only thing, except for our local bar, that I
And
miss
our-
about North
and
Carolina.
Our local friends.
And our friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Everett.
PIT.
And our friends, right? Our local bar, the
We miss
Montgomery
our group
House.
we used to hang out with.
We miss the all the PPIT group.
Yeah.
They were fantastic people.
Yep.
We still see them every now and then, once in a while.
Every once in a while.
I do have some sad news for the group
What?
before we end the show.
Oh no.
Audra and I will unfortunately not be attending Gettysburg Bash this year. We have a lot of family things going on, and it all squeezes into that 2-week period of 4th of July. So
Bummer for us this year. We'll be back next year.
We're coming. We're kidnapping you.
yeah,
Every time I try and say it, you can't hear me say it.
Say what?
We will not be attending either.
What?
Mm-hmm. I don't have my rub off with me. My rub off friend with me.
He doesn't have a rub off friend.
what happened upstairs when Todd and I were downstairs?
We will never tell.
We'll just leave it at the scratch offs.
That's it.
For the record, Todd and I will never rub off.
Never say never.
Unless we know the rub off is worth $1 million.
Gonna be more than $1 million to get Chris to do that. I don't care what the shirt in Key West says. $20 is $20, nothing.
I need more zeros than
Yeah,
that.
I need a lot more zeros. So it all comes down to, guys, it doesn't matter what type of equipment you use. It's not what you use. It's what you're comfortable with, what you enjoy using,
What
and
you resonate with.
what you
really.
resonate
I
with,
mean,
what you
kind of-
connect with.
yep.
But remember, it all has to come down to what can you prove is paranormal and how do you prove that it's paranormal? Timing, relevance, intelligence. If you cannot get those three or two out of those three, timing, that can be iffy.
See, he agrees.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Relevance can be, depends on how relevant it is to what you're talking about. Intelligence is almost undeniable. So we try to focus on relevance and intelligence. Timing is usually the third part. When you have all three, no doubt, right? You're communicating with somebody that's trying to communicate back. Remember, it's all about intent.
And then you add in especially when you're getting that timing and relevance, and then you're getting dead bell responses, you're getting tripwire responses, whatever Phasma box, tripwire, and then you're throwing in an EVP.
Ooh.
Love EVPs. They're still love them.
So really quick before we sign off and see you guys next week, one of the things we like to do is our favorite is EVPs.
Yes.
We love EVPs. EVPs are undeniable. You ask a question, you get a response. If it's a class A, there's no doubt you've got it, right? I lost my train of thought.
I don't know where you're going.
I will say this: no EVPs next to my bed. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I know where I was going with this. Multiple pieces of equipment helps you establish the timing, the relevance, and intelligence. You walk into a location, the first thing we do is turn on a digital recorder.
Oh yeah, setting up everything. Doesn't matter.
And when we're doing review, I take all the video from all the cameras. I take Audra's video from what she takes, and I convert that into an audio file. Because what's amazing is you can review that video file and never catch the EVP. You pull out the audio file. Sometimes there's EVPs in that audio file that you didn't get in the video file, which tells you it's embedded, right? Everybody that does investigations, everybody that's watching that does investigations, know the biggest suck of an investigation is the review. But at the same time, the biggest reward is in the review.
Yeah,
That's true.
Because when you have the video like we just showed tonight where you have the EMF detector going off, you have the dead bell going off, you have the REM pod going off, you have the static thing going off, you have the tripwire going off, you're getting responses on the Phasma box, you're getting responses on the other, what was the other app you guys used?
Phasma? Spirit Talker.
Spirit Talker.
Yeah.
If you get responses on one of those or a couple of those, and then you follow up with an EVP, talk about timing, relevance, and intelligence all thrown into one.
Very cool.
And that's when you hear him scream, "Ah!"
Scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Right.
That's right.
Same thing.
Did you hear that? And then sometimes I don't hear it, and she's
I'm
like,
yelling
"Did you
from
hear
across
that?"
the room.
She's like, "Did you hear that?" So
even though you do all the review,
no,
I listen
you
from
are
afar.
you are a huge help.
I listen from
She
afar.
Another country heard from over in the other room. Did you hear that? I'm like, all right, let me go back. Yep, I didn't hear it, but you did from across the room.
It's true.
Yeah, remember I'm deaf. I usually wear hearing aids, and I'm in tonight, but usually I wear hearing aids. When I do my review, I don't have them on.
Yeah.
So my speakers are blaring.
Mm-hmm.
She can hear this shit downstairs.
Right.
And she usually yells up, "Did you catch that?"
Mm-hmm.
Catch what? And then she'll come up and go, "I just heard something. Go back."
Yep.
So yeah.
It's a good team. Good team.
Like two odd, the four of us.
All right, guys. We will be back next week with a guest.
Yep.
I hope.
Maybe.
I think we got Bill and Mike coming back to talk.
Yeah. Actually, next week is Bill Visconti and Mike O'Connor from Cryptids and Paranormal Production.
Nice.
So we're going to talk about a little bit more UFO and cryptids, a little deeper dive, I think, on Monday. See,
There you
Spirit. We're going to be here.
We're gonna be here.
Remember to tune in next week for Cryptids and UFOs. And make sure you tune in every week. We are booked through the end of June with some fantastic guests, guys. And these are all guests other than Bill, but Bill's coming on with Mike. Other than Bill that's coming on with Mike, these are all guests that you have not seen before. So we got some good stuff coming, guys. Don't forget to tune in. Remember, we do this for fun. Good night, everybody.
Yes.
Hey.
We will see you next
week.
Guys, remember this. It doesn't matter what tools you use to investigate. Get out there, investigate. Make sure your intent is good. Make sure you have timing, relevance, and intelligence. But most of all, make sure you stay haunted. See you guys next week. Have a good night.
Good night.